All right, everybody. It's Tuesday. Sorry that we couldn't. We something came up yesterday that we couldn't record last night, but but it was a classic Bears Packers matchup. Um, I don't want to say back and forth the whole game because the first half was atrocious for the Bears, like always it seems this season. Uh, but I
Yeah,
mean,
but that first half seemed like the worst first half we've ever played.
I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement. But listen, this loss, I am not upset or disappointed by, and and people, you might be like, how are you not disappointed? This was a loss against the Packers, or this was a loss against your hated rival. I mean, this game came down to one play at the end of the game that later on we will show when if if it was a completed pass, we would have probably either tied the game or won the game. Actually, I'm gonna say
We
one
would have went for two.
because Ben Johnson did come out and say that if they scored the touchdown and and at the end they would have gone for two. And honestly, that just shows how um how confident Ben Johnson is in this team. But I also got to say this, like, I mean, to have lost Rome, Luther Burden sure stepped into that wide receiver one esque role, which, if I'm being honest, I love for the future, but I am very surprised that DJ Moore has been non-existent. And we'll get into this in a little bit about the about DJ Moore, but I I am so excited for the matchup in 2 weeks. I'll be able to watch it with my dad, and especially because I mean I just want to watch the Bears Packers game with my dad. I mean that just is the matchup that you watch as a Bears fan. I mean, I cannot wait for that game. Me and my dad will for sure, you know, be having some pizza or something, and
Screaming at the TV.
screaming at everything that goes the Packers way, and I, but I will admit I was watching the highlights and I'm not upset about it per se, but I have to say there was some grabbing of necks for Micah Parsons on Sunday by the Bears, and I am very surprised that no refs called the
Yeah.
holding penalty on that.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. There was like four of them. One got
Uh huh.
called. One got called.
Uh huh.
Three didn't. We had one play against. I think whoever their right guard was absolutely clotheslined the Bears guy, tackled him to the ground on, which would have stopped Josh Jacobs from scoring that last touchdown. And then, so there's a cancel out right there. And then there was the screenplay that he got hit before the ball even got there.
Mm-hmm.
That should be another one called. So there's two. So only one didn't cancel out for Micah Parsons.
All right. Well, I mean,
Sorry, Packers fans, but you got to know that.
no, but like me and our coach Andy were texting, every throughout the game, and I mean, he's texting me, that should have been called, or that's a fumble, or but things like that. I'm like, okay, cry, man. You're just proving my point that you're scared. You're scared that your team is going to lose, which preview for 2 weeks from now, we will be winning in Soldier. We will be winning in Soldier. I am that confident in
Yeah.
that. I will. I don't care what people are going to say. We're winning in Soldier. I am a little disappointed that we can't say anymore that Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson are undefeated in Lambeau, but trust me, this rivalry is going to take a turn.
You know
In
who's
the
also undefeated in Soldier?
oh,
Matt LaFleur and Jordan
it's
Love.
gonna end. It's gonna end in 2 weeks. It's gonna end in 2 weeks, people. Don't care what you say. Come at me in the comments, but do whatever you want. But I will forever back this team because we are 9-4, people. When we actually thought that our best record prediction was gonna be 9-8 or 10-7. We're
Dude, I thought 7-10. I'm gonna be honest. I was like, if we get 7 wins, I'm gonna be happy.
That's fair. I don't know where we are at after that loss in terms of
We're
draft
seventh seed.
position.
We're
No,
seventh
not
seed
not
in the
in not
NFC.
in not in playoff seed, but in draft
Low
position.
20s. Low 20s.
Uh, so like
Because
21 through.
we're still above like, yeah, we're like 20 through like 23. Because we're still above like teams uh, like the Ravens and stuff like
But
that. Like we're lower
honestly,
than
man,
them.
let me say this. I don't really want to talk about that right now. I don't want to
No.
talk about where our draft position is because it felt like for the last like 5 years we were all now this was the time that we would start doing mock drafts because we were
Yeah.
all always out of playoff contention, but we're
This is
in
about the
playoff
time we're
contention.
sending tags who we want for mock drafts and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah, but what was you so you didn't get to necessarily watch the whole
No,
game,
I
but
what I got my game finished early. We blew out the team. We blew out
okay.
Palatine, so it finished early, and I got able to go to Randall Roadhouse with Mike, Mateo, and his brother and his family, and Mateo's family. So I was able to get there right as the game started. So I watched the full game.
All right. Well, what was your reaction specifically to necessarily the good parts of the game, and then maybe the we'll leave the final play.
I'm gonna go in order. First half, second half.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
First half, what are we doing on offense? What were we doing? We
Yep.
had like 70
Agreed.
yards total.
Agreed.
And then we're giving up. They're only really like yards were big plays that happen to be touchdowns.
Uh huh.
We have to stop that. That's one thing Dennis Allen has to go up with the defense.
Uh huh.
It doesn't help Gordon got hurt during pre-games. Suited
Yeah,
up but didn't play.
We'll see how he if he practices this week because groin injuries are terrible, man.
Yeah,
They're gruesome.
that's just what Jalen Johnson had. It's terrible. But
Yeah.
yeah, that first half it was just classic old Bears football. It seemed like we didn't know what we were doing, and then second half we absolutely outplayed the Packers.
Yeah, and honestly, the reason that we outplayed them is because we controlled the clock. We controlled the clock with the second half, which honestly, I hope that Ben Johnson and the team emphasize for the whole game for in week 16 because
And yeah, go keep on going. My bad.
because like you you just when you're playing your heated rival in terms of your cities, you have to make sure that you keep the offense of your hated rival off the field, no matter how good or bad their team is. You like if we okay, I'm
It's
gonna
like
throw
us
out.
playing Jacobs.
Yeah, yes, okay. Our Huntley High School, our hated rivals is Jacobs High School. Our freshman year, when we were in high school, we played them our first game of the year, and we lost 42-14,
Yeah.
and we only scored our 14 points in the fourth quarter. And now there is a reason for that. The Jacobs kind of cheated and played all sophomores,
I will
and
say, freshman B1.
that's a highlight for you guys. But
We won like 3 games that year, but that was the one.
hey, you beat our rivals. That's something that not many people can say. So I mean, this this was not a loss to be upset with. Lose faith in this team. We are going. We have
We will be in the playoffs.
we have 4 games left, and
We got to win 2, I think, to make the playoffs.
at least you got to win 2. And you can kick the shit out the Browns. I'm sorry, but let me just clarify here. Shedeur Sanders played the Titans last week and threw for 350 yards. The only reason that he had that stat line is because the Titans have nobody on defense. They have one player on defense, and that one player is Jeffrey Simmons. If he was playing a team like
Well, think about his first start. He only had 120 yards and 1 touchdown, I think.
Yeah, I mean, so we're going to kick the shit out of the Browns. Yes, we're going to have to worry about Myles Garrett, but that's their only lethal piece of defense that I'm scared of.
Yeah. But this is one thing I want to say about that Packers game, about our defense, too.
Yeah.
Stop hit sticking. Stop going for the big hits. You're not going to take Josh Jacobs down by hit sticking him. We had 4 guys on him when he got that first down or that 20-yard rush on us to get that, and then they got the game-winning touchdown.
Honestly,
tackle him.
Honestly, here's the thing about that play. That was honestly the play that I kind of got into the realization that the game could be over. I was like, okay, if we lose, it's because of that play.
Yeah. We lost because of that play. That was the play we lost on. It wasn't our last play that we had on offense.
About that play, seriously, is the fact that there was 4 guys in the vicinity of Jacobs, and none of them could just do a normal fucking. Oh crap! I just swore. I'm sorry. For any children out there, don't listen to what I just said, and do not say it. It is not an inappropriate word. I am just a 22-year-old that's a little upset. That's all. But I mean, I screamed at the TV just make a normal tackle. But I mean, now hopefully we get Stevenson and Gordon back by week 14.
We also can get Tremaine back too.
That's going to be a big help. I'll say that. But let's get into the second topic here. So this says Caleb Williams, but we just want to compliment the whole offense for the second half, because Caleb Williams had 50, 60 passing yards in the first half, and then he had the rest and 2 touchdowns in the second half, something like that.
Yeah.
Now they were both only 1-yard passing touchdowns, but I have to say the pass to Zacchaeus, that was a hell of a throw. Not many quarterbacks can make that throw.
Well, the pass to Zacchaeus, and then the play before that too, or a couple plays before that, where he ran to the side, and I forgot who'd he throw it to.
Komet.
Yeah.
That was a big play.
That's also another play not much quarterbacks can do.
But honestly, this whole offense just is bought into Van Johnson's, second half magic thing. And I've said it so many times. thank you for uh, being a coach that actually adjusts during halftime because we haven't had that in so long. But like the second half was flawless, seriously.
Yeah.
And actually, so here's a little snippet for the second half. So the first half, um, Caleb threw for or completed 6 out of 14, and that for like 70 yards or whatever. And then in the second half, he had the rest of his stat line, but it was 13 of 20. And for all you math people out there, 13 of 20 is 65%. So, I mean, he's getting better, but he has to do that the whole game.
You also have to think 4 of those were throwaways, which count towards stats.
Yeah, yeah, really.
Caleb's also, I guess, I saw a stat. I guess Caleb is 6th in throwaways this year.
Which he wasn't very good at last year. So that
Mm-mm.
that is an
So
improvement.
that's completion percentage, and then his receivers are also 3rd in drops this year. So that's also
Yeah,
towards completion percentage.
and they were falling down a lot during last game.
Mhm.
So hopefully they wear different cleats to hopefully stay upright. But what are your thoughts on this, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, the offense finally they looked like the offense that they were the last 5 games in the second half.
Mm-hmm. Is that are you did we freeze or something or
The first
oh crap? Hang on, Matt. Hang on. Crap. All right, sorry everybody. We had a little bit of technical difficulties here. So if you hear
Oh,
Michael or me,
hold up. It says it's still paused.
uh, no, I'm good. I'm
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
um we had a little bit of technical difficulties. If you guys hear me or Michael kind of like statically cut out, it's just we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah,
But we're back. We're good now.
we're good.
So what were you saying? What were you going into?
Yeah, so I basically said like we finally looked like the Bears we know
Mm-hmm.
or that we've grown to this year
Yeah.
from week 3 on, because
Mm-hmm.
week 2 and 1 throw those out the window.
Sure.
But from week 3 on, we finally looked like that Bears team in the second half, and that's a scary team. Now we just have to do that all 4 quarters against the Packers, because that you're not going to win against the Packers like how we played in the first half.
Right. Exactly. So
So
yeah, I agree with you, man. Hopefully, Ben Johnson emphasizes that we got to start hot the next 4 games and get this team into playoff contention.
yeah,
Um, Now the next banner might bother some people, but it's something that we need to talk about. I believe that DJ Moore is going to get traded during the offseason because he has been non-existent in this offense. For reference, the dude had one catch for -4 yards all game last week or on Sunday, and it's Tuesday when we're recording this. So how is it when your primary number one is out, you go into the game with DJ Moore as your number one receiver, and I put that in quotes for those people that don't understand what I just did, uh, and have your number one receiver with one target and one catch. That is criminal because I mean, last year he was the focal point of the offense. He was the number one. He was I mean, it wasn't the 1,000-yard season that he was having, but he still had like
Still had
900.
like 900, yeah.
But he's got like 400 this year.
Yeah,
It's
he's not gonna. I don't even think he's gonna get this 700. He's not gonna get 700.
I don't even know. I agree with you, man. And if that's a six, I'm gonna say it. If that's a 6-7 joke,
I wasn't gonna say it, but I did. I did kind of do it. I hate that. I hate it so
I
much.
hate that. I hate it so much. I don't even get it. It's
I, I,
stupid.
I don't either. I don't know.
But
We're
but
too
like,
old.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Everyone that probably agrees with this statement that's in this banner here, you need to understand that it's not going to be a huge return. It's probably going to be, if I had to guess it, at most we get a second. We get a second round pick.
You, I'm gonna go into this a little. I think
Yeah,
we.
knock yourself
I
out.
think we're gonna get 2 seconds for him, just
Okay.
because that contract is so big.
Okay.
His contract is a first round contract, like a first rounder contract.
Okay. Then let me ask you a question. There's now, I don't know how hypothetical this is, or how likely this is. Not how hypothetical. Uh, let's just say that the Giants are calling the Bears to trade for DJ Moore. Are they a team that you ask a first for, out of curiosity?
No, because
Wait,
they're
no,
first. They got the
they're
number
super
one.
high in the first round, aren't they?
Right now, they're
They're
one.
one. They're one. Oh shit! Yeah, you can't ask for that. And I
They
just
were
swore
they
again.
were
Sorry.
they were two because the Titans were under them technically, but now they're one because the Titans won against the Browns.
But in actuality, when you think about it, man, okay. So let's just say that the Giants are the team that gets the first overall pick in 4 weeks, which is honestly completely possible. It's completely possible.
Yeah,
But that would mean that their second round draft pick is 33.
yeah, it's basically a first round pick.
It's basically a first round pick. And if the Bears, win 3 of their next 4 games, we're picking probably at the
Mid
lowest
mid to high
25.
20s. Yeah,
25 is the lowest we probably pick. And when you get into the playoffs, the amount of times you win, you know, you, you know, makes your draft pick worse. So like, let's just say that we're at worst picking at 25, and then we're picking at 33. Like, how big of a talent difference is those two prospects? Not very different. Now, here's the thing. Last year, our primary focus for uh, for the draft was offense. This year has to be defense. It has to be defense.
has to be D line. D
It has
line.
to be defense, defensive line. I think you could even justify if you draft a safety somewhere.
Yeah, because you never know how long Byard's going to still be in the league. He is
I
31,
I
32.
think I think he deserves a 1 year extension to keep him for one more year. And but here's my thing: if you do that, I would still draft a safety for him to mentor and teach.
Yeah, because we still have Byard next year, right? Still on contract.
No, 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 no. This is the
He's done
last year.
after. Okay.
So I would give him a 1 year extension and let him train the rookie, whoever
Yeah.
that may be. It's not going to be Caleb Downs. He's going to be, drafted pretty high. If you go to Ohio State at any position, you're going to be drafted pretty high. But I mean, but safety should be on the list. Defensive end, defensive tackle, D end, and stuff like that should definitely be on the list.
I
I wish
think
I
I
could.
think our number one priority is DN, and
I
you
hope
take
so.
the best available DN.
I hope so, because when you think about it, man, Montez Sweat does not have a partner in crime, and he needs a partner in crime. And yet the dude still has what, 8.5 sacks, something like that.
Yeah, something like
That
that.
isn't That's insane. That's insane to have that many sacks when you don't have a quality partner in crime. But
Mhm.
this is probably my favorite topic of today. So Colin Cowherd, we have always mentioned that he has always been necessarily against the Bears. Where if anything bad happens to them, he's like, oh, they suck. They're trash. They're not a playoff team. But like, so this has been the first loss for the Bears in 5 weeks, right? Because they won all of November and
We've won
lost.
since we got CJ.
So so I sent Michael a TikTok that explains, you know, you know, Colin Cowherd saying that the Bears are a legit team, and this is a loss that you should not be upset with or disappointed about. And the only reason that I can't show it is because it's on TikTok, and I don't want to be copyrighted for using someone else's content. So I I had it up on my laptop to show, but I can't. I don't want to get copyrighted for this video to get taken down. So I didn't. We didn't show it, but we wanted to talk about it. So like when you watched that, what was your like reaction? Because you and me are always talking about how Coward is just always seems to be against whoever loses or something.
Hmm.
But like
Yeah,
this was the first time that this was the opposite of his normal mo, I guess, something like that. What are your thoughts on the TikTok?
yeah. So little background. He has been talking the Bears down the first 2 weeks. Then we go on our win streak. He finally realizes the Bears might actually be good. Then we lose to Baltimore. Said what he says that we're not good. And then we win three straight. And then he's like, this team's good. Then we beat the Eagles. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, this is a legit team. And then we just lost to the Packers. And he still said, this is a loss that you don't get upset about. And I agree. You're not upset because. And then he said, we're a legit team.
Which have never come out of his mouth before. So
Mm-mm. And
so
he is
coming from him,
totally,
that
yeah,
means a lot.
yeah. And he is totally bought into the Ben Johnson system. He He's all about the Bears. He still thinks we're gonna make the playoffs. So that's big coming from him.
Oh, and something that I also saw a couple days ago, also on TikTok or YouTube or something. Uh, some NFL show was picking who do you want as your quarterback in the fourth quarter, and it was Julian Edelman, someone else, and Jameis Winston. Uh, and Julian Edelman took um, uh, either Mahomes. Edelman took Mahomes. The guy I can't remember took Matthew, or not Matthew Stafford. Uh, oh God, I can't remember who he took. But specifically, Jameis Winston actually took Caleb Williams, which is awesome. Like it's just awesome to hear that. I am so happy about that. But I can't remember who the middle guy was. Either I can't remember who the quarterback he chose was and what his name was.
I don't know. I didn't see that
Feel
one.
I feel so bad because I'm pretty sure that guy that was in the middle was a legend or something, and I can't even.
Gronk does a lot of stuff with Julian Edelman.
Was it Gronk? Oh,
I know that.
I don't know if it was Gronk. I don't think I saved it in my Twitter. Otherwise, I would go back and look.
No, I have no idea. I didn't see it, but I know Gronk does a lot of stuff with him.
I didn't save it. I didn't save it. Damn it. That's on me. But so finally, usually here is where we have the common game-winning speech, and I know that no Bears fans want to see the final play again, but we have to explain the final play. I have this saved on my Twitter, and I'm going to pull this up right now. Look, I know everyone's going to be upset about seeing it, but we have to watch it because there's a reason why this play didn't work, okay? So, I'm going to share my screen right here, and I have it paused at 1 second, so none of the play has happened yet. And just so everyone knows, this is the play that we won off of against the Eagles last week or 2 weeks ago. So this is paused at 0.01 seconds from Ian Rappaport, and I want to say thank you to him for this because I wanted to talk about this regardless, and I didn't want to have to search for the clip. But here's the play, and everyone's talking about how Caleb should have gone to DJ, and I will come out and say this: I was in the beginning one of those people, but
You texted me right after.
watching this play now
on the fake.
DJ is not open until Caleb threw the ball.
Throwing, it is intercepted!
Keisean Nixon
and the Packers will win it!
Too late to connect.
On the fake.
He threw it right there.
Williams looking,
Would have
throwing,
been a
it is
touchdown. But it was too late. And
Keisean Nixon and the Packers will win it!
It was the final play. What are you gonna do? Like, now everyone's probably screaming at the TV or your phone, run the ball, right? But if you looked, there were like 5 Packers players where Caleb could have taken off to run the ball, and I read on Twitter that the Packers were run committing for the final play, so Ben Johnson called the right play call in terms of passing the ball, but and if your guys were saying Caleb should have ran the ball there, if let's just say that's a hypothetical that this is a hypothetical, if Caleb ran the ball and got the first down, he would have gotten clobbered at the first down marker and possibly had to take a play off. So when you have 27 seconds left and you have, your play call sheet, you're and it's 4th and 1, you're probably thinking that the defense is going to run commit. So running the ball might not be the best course of action. Now, in my personal opinion, I will say this: I probably would have ran a drag route and just gotten the easy completion and the easy first down, but it was a good play call. It just wasn't executed the correct way. That's all. And Caleb threw the ball late. So that's my explanation of the final play. What about you, Michael? What are your what's your thoughts on the final play?
Yeah, I mean, I still think he should have ran it, but here's my thing. Ben Johnson said that was DJ Moore's guy, so I actually looked back at it a couple times. That was DJ Moore's guy who got the interception. That
Really?
wasn't the guy on Cole Kmet. The guy on Cole Kmet ran into someone, and that was DJ Moore's guy that went back and
Saved the game.
So
I did not know that.
No, yeah, because I looked back at it, and if you look at it, Nixon was on DJ Moore. So
yeah, but when DJ Moore was actually open and could have walked into the end zone, Caleb was in his throwing motion, so you couldn't pull that down and throw it to DJ as much as probably everybody wanted him to.
No, so this is what I'm going to say. Caleb threw the wrong type of pass.
What type of pass would you want to?
Caleb's got to throw a higher, little bit, obviously underthrew it, but he's got to throw a higher lob pass than what he did. He kind of just threw like a little floater pass, he's got to throw a high lob pass up to Cole Kmet. Cole Kmet's got 6 inches on him.
That's fair.
So
That's fair.
that's only my thing. I do think he should have ran it, but if you're going to pass the ball, it's got to be a high lob pass like he did against the Eagles.
That's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair. But I mean, we move on. Last week is already out of our minds. We're on to Cleveland. It's a who's next mentality. It's not. We don't mourn losses anymore because we have the coach that will always give us the chance to win. So
We're 0-0.
0-0 every week, just like in high school. Our coach said to us, "We're 0-0 this week." After a loss, which I will admit still rarely happened to us, at least on A team. I'm sorry, Michael, for taking a jab at the A team, but it's true.
Unnecessary.
But we're 0-0 this week, and we're gonna be practicing hard because we got to deal with Myles Garrett, and it's gonna be a game that is gonna be easily in the Bears' favor in terms of them winning. I will say this, but apparently we have a terrible ref officiating on Sunday, so that will be something to monitor, which always seems to happen to us. We get terrible refs always, but that's it for us. Sorry that this wasn't yesterday. Sorry it wasn't on Monday like usual. Just things pop up. So we still got your content. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties, but we'll figure that out. So let's just that's all for today, and we will see you on Saturday. Have a good week, everybody, and wish me luck on finals because I got some finals starting soon. Friday starts finals week, but my classes finals don't actually start until like that week, so after the Bears game. So we'll see you guys soon. Have a good weekend or week and weekend. So bye.
Later.